To say that Rangers have had a quiet start to the summer is a bit of an understatement. The only player that they've really signed so far is John Souttar on a free transfer from Hearts, who incidentally I thought was the best player in the Scottish Cup final. Despite Hearts losing, I thought he had a fantastic game. So I think that's quite a good signing for Rangers. Obviously last season, Steven Gerrard did an interview towards the back end of this season about last season to Gary Neville, saying that the board didn't really invest in the team when they kind of should have done and sort of tried to kick on. The only sort of big-ish transfers you could say, or like first teamers that came in last season, were free transfers really, weren't they? John Lundstrom, Sakala were probably the two main ones that you could point at. Again, free transfers, had a couple of big loan signings. Obviously Bakuna came in as well, who's barely featured. So over the last couple of years, Rangers fans haven't really been treated to any big signings. The Europa League run, plus the sale of Nathan Patterson last season to Everton, must mean that there's money to be spent in the squad. Of course, when Celtic needed a rebuild around this time last year, they started to invest in the likes of Giakoumakis, Kyogo, and other big names to come in and improve the squad and take them back to the top of the league. Will Rangers end up investing this season? Let me know in the comment section below who you want Rangers to sign, but I'm going to try and find some fans today to see who they want to sign this season for Rangers. It's been quite a quiet summer so far for Rangers. Do you think there's any position specifically that you should strengthen?
100% need a striker.
Yep.
So and I think we need a backup centre back as well, since we get rid of Vargan.
Yep.
So
well, Souttar's coming in, isn't he? But you think you need one more on top of that as well?
Definitely.
And is there any names in, like, specifically that you sort of would like to bring in?
To be honest, no, just somebody who can deal with the pressure of playing for Rangers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They need to be a big time player, so they can be able to handle the pressure.
Of course, and there's quite a big pre-season coming up, some big games. Plus, you've got the Champions League qualifiers, which I think start the midweek after the opening Scottish Premiership game of the season.
Yeah.
So some big games coming up early doors. So you want to get your business done sort of earlier, don't you?
You do, but at the end of the day, sometimes you can do it early enough, and you make a mistake with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have to look at our players, see what sort of pre-season they're having as well.
Yeah, of course.
And then go for there, basically.
And goalkeeper-wise, Alan McGregor signed a new contract.
Yeah.
Do you still think you need an extra goalkeeper, or are you happy that he's going to be the #1 going into next season?
I don't think he'll play every week. You know, I think, and John McLaughlin's good enough to stand in.
Yep.
So
a lot of people have been saying that, I think, yeah.
Easily, John McLaughlin could stand in that.
Yeah.
So he could, not a problem.
But happy with McGregor and McLaughlin as being the two keepers. Don't think you necessarily need another keeper, but striker for you, yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know he's linked with Man U this week, but
yeah, must be a good player if he's linked with Man United.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, he's learning here. He's learning off one of the best.
Yep.
So why would he have to go anywhere else?
So for you, striker basically.
Yeah, striker.
Ronnie, yeah?
Yeah.
Ronnie, mate, lovely to meet you. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
Firstly, the summer so far has been a little bit quiet for Rangers. The signing of John Souttar, obviously on a free transfer, and Alan McGregor has been pinned down for a new contract, and Goldson as well, of course.
Yep.
What have been your thoughts on those few signings at first?
Oh, I'm delighted with Goldson. McGregor, who I admire enormously. I think he'll be back, but I'm not sure it'll be the first time. He'll be first choice.
Yeah.
He's there, it'll help the whole team, the setup, so I'm sure he'll be a good addition to the team. Not addition, but as you know what I mean.
Yeah, to remain in the team, or whatever. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Do you think you'd need a new keeper from outside, or do you think the other two that you've got, McLaughlin and McCrory, would be okay as well?
More than comfortable with the team we've got there.
And in terms of positions, where else do you think Rangers need to strengthen?
I think we need to look after Morelos a wee bit, so potentially another striker would be good, or somebody linking up with him just to take a wee bit of pressure off him.
Everyone's been saying that today.
Yeah.
Roof's obviously a little bit injury prone.
Tremendous player, real gifted player, but this wee injury thing, and that's the beauty with Goldson and all these guys. They continue, they don't let you down, but we need. Also, what happened with Ramsey, it was just a pity to see him go, but with no future.
Of course, Ramsey's gone, and Diallo will be gone because they were here on loan.
Yeah.
Is there anyone specifically in an attacking position that you think would be good coming in, or?
No, I've not really put a lot of thought into that, but I need to think about that one there.
Just want some names through the door.
That's 100%.
Is there any positions you think really need strengthening the most?
Well, we need another centre forward,
yep.
and we need a right-sided player.
Yep. Everyone's saying centre forward today.
No, centre forward because you don't know what Alfie's going to do.
Yep.
And you don't know about Ruth's fitness. He can't play 50 games a season. You can get 20 games a year.
Yep.
And it all depends what Alfie's going to do.
Yep.
We also need the right sided player. I don't know if it's an orthodox winger.
Yeah, because Kent's obviously good on the left-hand side. You've got Aribo who can sort of come in into sort of those attacking areas, but then Wright is on the right, isn't he?
I'll come to these guys in a minute, but I'm thinking about a right-sided player because you've got Tavernier who will bomb up and down all year, and you've got Holmstrom and Jack who will just cut in and cover for him.
Yep.
But you need somebody who can go inside.
Go inside and leave a bit of space around the outside for Tav, you think?
Yeah.
A bit like Kent is on the left, but someone else on the right who's maybe left-footed who can come inside.
You've got it's a left-sided, a left-footed player. We need to come in on the right-hand side so he can cut in. Aribo could do it, but
do you think
Aribo doesn't? If Aribo and Ken don't sign or Alfie don't sign a contract, I'm afraid they've got to go this year because we can't
let them run down.
We can't let them run down.
And can I ask you about Sakala as well? Do you think Gio fancies Sakala? He didn't really play him, even when you had like issues up front last season. He was still on the bench and being used as like an impact sub. Do you think this could be his year? He's been here for a year now, or do you think he's always going to sort of be an impact player?
I think Gio sees him as an impact player.
Okay, yeah.
Somebody come on when the game's stretched.
Yep.
Because when the game's tight, he struggles because he doesn't have the
technical ability. Yeah.
But when
it's a bit more open, he can go in behind.
And he can use his pace. And the other position we've got to sort out is left back.
Left back,
because you don't know what's happening to Shelley or to Bassett.
Yeah. Shirley Bassey, yeah. I know, that's a good one. I know, it's I prefer Bassey as left back, of course, but do you think a new centre back would mean that Bassey could just focus on being a left back? Because Suter's coming in.
Again, we can play we can go three at the back now, no bother.
Yeah.
Because you've got Goulson. No, you've got Suter on the right, Goulson will play centre, and you've got Bassey can play left side.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Now, but if somebody comes in, we have to get some money for Bonner, I'm afraid, and we'll look about getting it, because the other thing is we've got to find space for Lowry and King.
Of course, they've got to play,
McCann,
I thought, he's a good midfielder,
now it looks as if he's going to send out one or two of the younger boys to get experience in the championship.
And so have you got any names for me? Anyone you think would come into the squad who you like the look of? There's been talk of the Norwegian striker and the lad who's friends with Haaland. And
now, I'll be honest with you, I've heard a couple of rumours and I can't tell you.
You can't tell me? You can't give me an exclusive for the video? You don't know who's coming in? This man's in the know.
None of the names have been mentioned yet.
Really? Okay.
But the thing is, everything's kept so secret in there now.
I won't let you reveal Rangers trade secrets then.
No, I haven't been given names, I've been given ideas.
Okay.
And the surprise one was McGregor's just signing again.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what
but happy he's staying?
I don't think he can be the number one for 50 games this year. I think he's going to realise he's going to have to take his turns out, and he might be the squad goalkeeper at times and let McLaughlin, because McLaughlin's better at cross balls, he's better with the ball at his feet. And but we'll wait and see.
Wait and see. Well, mate, good luck anyway. Lovely to chat.
Now, it's called the silly season for a reason at the moment.
What a lovely guy Harry is there. He seems to be in the know. Whether he really is or not remains to be seen. We'll see if there's any like surprise new signings that come out. But he does tell me that there's going to be some signings before Monday next week. It is currently, I think, Wednesday? Yeah, it's currently Wednesday. So he tells me there's going to be some signings before Monday next week. So we'll see if Harry really does know his stuff, and then every time I come to make some Rangers videos, I'll make sure I chat to him first. Jay, mate, lovely to meet you. Thank you so much for stopping. How do you think the summer has gone so far for Rangers?
The big signing was obviously Goalson to get them back, and obviously we've got them back, and I'd like to just tie down the players that we've got.
That's, you reckon, the biggest thing this season is to tie down your Aribos, Kents, Morelos as well?
Morelos is definitely, he's one that we need to get back, because we cannot let him go at a free.
Oh, could you imagine a player as good as him going for free?
Exactly, but obviously we need some more strikers.
Everybody today is saying striker is like the key position, it sounds like.
I feel like our defence is utterly solid now, especially with
Suitors coming.
Suter coming in, Goldson.
Yep, keep Bassey as well.
Hopefully Bassey stays, he's the one, he's the star.
He's such a good player, isn't he, Bassey?
Unbelievable.
He was so good towards the back end of last season, going forward in Europe, and
Dortmund, he's just unstoppable.
Amazing player. And McGregor as well has signed again. Do you think goalkeeper's a bit of a problem area, or do you think that's a gap that can stay with McGregor for the next season or two before?
I think John McLaughlin's really overlooked. He's underrated.
You think, yeah?
He had an unbelievable performance in Old Firm and every cup game he's had, really.
So you think he deserves to be number one this season?
Definitely.
Okay, cool.
Maybe bring someone else in, but I'm happy with John McLaughlin.
Fair enough, mate. And is there any names that you've sort of seen Rangers be linked with that you think he'd be perfect? Gareth Bale. A few people have said Bale,
I don't think we could afford these wages, but he's an amazing player.
I did an Instagram story earlier and a lot of people have replied saying Gareth Bale they want.
Well, hopefully.
Before I share with you the answers to the poll, a couple of polls I did on Instagram earlier on before I came here to film, so we should have had a lot of answers by now. I asked Rangers fans who they think they should sign. I also did one of the little slider things to see out of 10 how they think the summer transfer business has sort of gone so far. So I'll be showing you that in just a second. I just want to say a massive thank you to the channel members. I'll put your names on screen right now. The support really doesn't go unnoticed. If you want to become a channel member now, you can click the join button next to the subscribe button. I post pictures and other updates that you wouldn't necessarily see on Twitter, Instagram, or my just regular YouTube videos. So if you want a more intimate look about sort of what I'm doing and when, then become a channel member, and I give like updates on there that you wouldn't necessarily see elsewhere. But let's go and find out what my Instagram followers. Again, a huge thank you to everyone who follows me on Instagram. You can follow me on Insta now, footy.adventures. I'll do polls in the future that maybe you'll be a part of, and maybe you'll be in a video if your poll answers are answered. Yeah, let's have a look at them. And so on screen right now are the answers, or sort of the opinions, on the first question that I asked people, which was, yeah, out of 1 to 10, how has the summer gone so far for Rangers in terms of transfer business? And it looks like it's about a 2 or a 3 out of 10. And you can even see on the second like little slide sort of I'm showing you now, how many people have voted like a 0 basically. And the vast majority of these people I can see sort of from their profile pictures are actually Rangers fans. So it's not like rival fans trolling or anything like that. It really does seem like Rangers fans aren't too happy with the transfer business so far. It has been quite slow. Are they going to pull something out of the bag? Like Harry said they might pre-Monday. Next up, I asked who should Rangers sign? And here are some of the answers from this question. So we have LMC Vlog saying Haaland's best mate. I think that is a Botheim or Botheim. I'm sure it must be that. Again, I'm so sorry about my pronunciation as per usual. Someone said Scott Brown there. Obviously a bit of a joke, but yeah, there's a lot of people saying Botheim, and Tuffers, yeah, my mate there said Colak, Botheim, a right winger, a cam, an LB, and a centre back. Wow, someone said Antonio Colak. I think that is the striker from PAOK. Yeah, that is the striker from PAOK Thessaloniki, or Salonika, as it is sometimes pronounced. A few people are saying Bale, a new left back. People want Bertrand, Bale, anyone. So yeah, I might have to scrub out a few of the ruder answers that have been put in here. Some people are saying get Ramsey back. Some people are wanting a backup goalkeeper. Amad Diallo, some people want back on loan. Adebayo Akinfenwa, what a signing he'd be. Someone saying please not Lewis Ferguson. But it does seem like the vast majority of Rangers fans really want to sign a striker this season, and I think it's imperative. You look at sort of the run towards the end of last season. The end of the season, it's always going to be when you're probably going to run out of players through injuries and stuff like that. Roof was injured, obviously Morelos was out for the rest of the season, and so Aribo was playing that false 9 role, and although he scored in the Europa League final, it isn't quite how Rangers have set up to play over the years, of course. They want to play on the front foot and have a striker who can go out there and be the main focal point, of which Aribo was obviously having to drop deep. And I think he did a fantastic job, don't get me wrong, but I also feel like obviously Rangers need a man who might be able to go and score 20, 30 goals, a superstar name, a little bit like sort of Morelos is, and who can sort of ease the pressure off Morelos. I don't think Sakala is rated too highly by Gio. He hasn't started him too often. Again, the same was when with Diallo was here. Gio very rarely sort of started Diallo. But only time will tell. Guys, let me know in the comments section who you want Rangers to sign if you're a Rangers fan, or if you're not, who you think they should sign, any positions you think they should strengthen. I'm sure there'll be a lot of comments about this video in the comments section below. Please do remember to hit that like button. Please do subscribe as well. A massive thanks once again to the channel members. You're an absolute bunch of legends, and I couldn't do all this without your support, and the people who like and the people who have subscribed as well. I really, really do appreciate it. I'll leave some videos on screen. Please do click on one to carry on watching. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.